Okay, so I put in ChatGPT, we put based on all the information that you know about Stranger Things and all the different fan theories for the series finale, give me a detailed description on what you believe will happen in the series finale. All right, here's my best fully thought out prediction for the Stranger Things series finale, pulling from canon clues, the Duffers interviews, recurring themes, and the strongest fan theories. We'll give you what happens, who lives, /dies, and what it all means. For truth, the finale reveal, at its heart, Stranger Things has never really been about monsters. It's about trauma, grief, memory, growing up, and the cost of holding on to pain. The Upside Down is not just another dimension, it is a psychic scar created by human suffering. What the Upside Down really is, final reveal. Not only will confirm that the Upside Down was created by the Day 11 banished Henry Vecna, it's frozen in time because it reflects the moment trauma began. Vecna didn't rule it, he merged with it. The Upside Down is a world shaped by unresolved pain, rage, and fear. That's why it feeds on guilt, sadness, shame, isolation. By music, love, and human connection weaken it. Vecna's end, this is key. Vecna will not be defeated by strength or powers alone, but actually kills Vecna. Okay. What actually kills Vecna is forced to relive his own childhood, specifically the moment he chose cruelty over empathy. 11 does not destroy him. She lets him feel everything he suppressed. Vecna's power collapses when the group refuses to hate him. He loses the emotional fuel that sustains him. He doesn't explode. He withers. 11's final choice, the emotional climax. 11 realizes something devastating. As long as the Upside Down exists, it will keep leaking into Hawkins. And permanently, someone has to stay behind. The twist, 11 can close it forever, but only by severing her connection to it. That means losing her powers, losing the part of herself tied to trauma, choosing a normal human life. She does it. She doesn't die. She is no longer special. And that's the point. Who dies and why? The death that happens, Hopper, but not in battle. He dies, sealing the final breach, protecting 11 without knowing she's safe. Finally at peace with himself as a father. His death is quiet, no speech, just resolve. It completes his arc. The man who lost a child chooses to save every child. Max's fate, this matters. Max survives but never fully recovers. She wakes up, she lives, but partial blindness, lingering neurological damage. ChatGPT is way off. Oh, the time jump though, late 1990s. The kids are adults. Some stayed in Hawkins, some left. Not all together anymore, but they meet one last time. 11 working a normal job, laughing, grounded, free. She touches her nose, no blood, no powers. She smells. Now pulls back. The world keeps going. But the ending is really saying the message of the series finale is this: you don't defeat trauma by fighting it forever. You defeat it by letting it stop defining you. Growing months means losing part of yourself. Okay. Keeping the people who mattered, accepting innocence doesn't come back, and that's okay. Why this ending fits Stranger Things perfectly. No cheap resets, no multiverse gimmicks, no everyone loves fantasy, emotional truth, creative spectacle, love over violence, choice over destiny, and bittersweet earned human. If you want, I can rank. I don't know about this. Let's see. In season 5, it did show Max come out of the coma, and that the Upside Down is actually a wormhole, right? Where the Upside Down is considered to be the bridge that connects the so-called abyss, which is where Vecna is with the kids. We left off the team to the Upside Down and destroy it, slash the bridge, to separate the abyss from the real world. Let's see what it says to that. Gonna say and some crazy lag, man. You're at your friend, let's see how your friends are. No. Implied seriously, the endgame looks so much more structural than symbolic. Clean it on your interpretation, not override it. Okay. Fresh. Dang, why is my ChatGPT like getting all crappy? All right, you're right to frame it that way. Season 5 refers to the mythology, and if we take what's been shown and applied seriously, the endgame looks much more structural than symbolic. Let me build clean on your daughter. Picture of the world. It's strange that the hierarchy is effectively the real world. Hawkins' normal reality. The upside down goes the bridge, not the origin, not Vecna's home or wormhole / conduit. Liminal space frozen in the time because it's pure function, not a living world. The abyss, Vecna's domain. The true source, ancient hostile and predatory. Vecna's bound to it, not its creator. Use Vecna as an interface with humanity, so your framing is accurate. The upside down is the bridge connecting the business to our world. Destroy the bridge, sever the connection. Abyss starves. Okay, why Max waking up matters and why it's not just soap. Max coming out of the coma is not a miracle moment. It proves something critical. Vecna can't fully kill someone unless the bridge is intact. His power depends on a closed loop. Fear, trauma, psychic access, kill. When the bridge destabilizes, the loop breaks. Max surviving tells the team Vecna is vulnerable now, not later. That's why the plan shifts from defense to invasion. Why they must go into the upside down. They can't destroy it from the world because the bridge rebuilds itself. Closing gates is like plugging holes. While the pipes still exist, the abyss will always find another access point. So the plan becomes destroy the bridge itself, not seal it, not manage it, end it. What happens when they reach the bridge? This is where the finale gets stark and precise. Inside the upside down, reality destabilizes, time fractures, memories bleed in the environment. Hawkins appears as a detaining echo. Why? The bridge is made of human memory, psychic residue, emotional imprint. The upside down collapses when its anchors are removed. Anchors, this is crucial. The bridge is held together by living psychic nodes. 11, Vecna, Max. This is a twist. Max isn't just a victim. She's a living anchor point because Vecna partially completed the kill. Her mind crosses into the bridge. She came back. That makes her a key, not a passenger. Vecna's real goal and the final deception. Vecna doesn't want Hawkins destroyed. He wants the bridge stabilized, the abyss permanently connected, humanity accessible at will. The end of the world imagery, a manipulation tactic. If the kids panic and fight him directly, they lose. The bridge is actually destroyed, not by brute force, not by weapons, not by 11 overpowering Vecna. Bridge collapses when 11 disconnects herself. Max chooses not to be afraid. Vecna loses final anchor simultaneously. The abyss can't maintain connection without trauma, fear, psychic resonance. The upside down implodes inward. Vecna's end revives with this framework. Vecna does not die like a villain. He is cut off from the abyss, stripped of amplification, reduced to what he always was, a broken human consciousness that believed control his strength. When the bridge collapses, he is pulled back into abyss alone. No victory, speech, no redemption arc, just isolation. The final consequence, no resets. The upside down is gone. Psychic sensitivity disappears. The world becomes normal again, and that's permanent. The final message, now to be clear, with this structure, this show's messages becomes you don't defeat darkness by fighting it forever. You defeat it by cutting off what feeds it. Fear feeds the abyss. Connection starves it. If you want next, we can. I don't know about this one. ChatGPT is not flowing. I ain't gonna lie. ChatGPT ain't flowing with this one, in my opinion. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just how my internet connection is, though. My frames are trash right now. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. Top 30 later Harry Potter scenes. Let me check out my fish really quick. My fish. Check my phone. Some food. Right. One. Okay. Right, back to tiny mode. Season 5 series finale predictions. Let's go with that.
Here are my predictions for the finale of Stranger Things. Obviously, spoilers ahead. I think they're going to save Henry, kinda. They're gonna save young, traumatized Henry. Probably the Boy Scout version that we see in his memories. We already know that we're gonna see him again because we need to find out what's in the briefcase. Here are my predictions for the finale of Stranger Things. Will die, he will be defeated, but the part of him that is...
Who is saved?
Here are my predictions for the
All right,
of
I fucked
redeeming
up. My bad,
Memory
my bad.
Land, given redemption and empathy in that way. I don't know how because we've never seen anyone be able to interact with the memories, but I think it makes the most sense to have Holly do this because she's already in there and she needs to have that arc of redeeming Holly the heroic now that her totem has been broken and she is seemingly defeated. I wish it was Max because otherwise there's not much for her to do in the finale. She can't even move, but I don't know how they would get her back in Camazotz. So maybe Max is just done? But Holly, or someone, will take Boy Scout Henry into their mind. This was foreshadowed when she told Holly that she couldn't go through that door because then she would be in Max's mind. And yeah, this is also what happens in the cell. It could be Eleven or Will that does this, but I doubt it, especially since Eleven will be busy with Kali. Kali is toast. She will betray Eleven. Eleven will not die. That is so not cool for her character to end that way. I think she may lose her powers, but she can't die. Her entire life has been nothing but trauma. It's too cruel not to at least give her a happy, peaceful adult life. The 12 vessels of Vecna, the children that he stole, will combine their powers and fight back against him, similar to what happens in Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. Derek will complete his arc by being the first to resist, saving Holly and convincing the rest of them to fight back with their powers. So far, he's been going along with Vecna, blackmailed by the fear of him hurting his family, so he has to overcome that by the end of the show. Now, I've seen so many people lamenting the fact that no major characters have died, and I think that that's silly. At no point in any of the first 4 seasons have the Duffers indicated that they have what it takes to take out a main character. In fact, they have repeatedly shown the opposite to be the case, with all major deaths being beloved characters that have just joined the show that season. Heck, Hopper has pretended to die twice now. The Duffers themselves have repeatedly stated this isn't Game of Thrones, it's just not that kind of show. I see everyone comparing it to Welcome to Derry, which I think is funny. Even though the seasons have gotten increasingly violent, especially starting with season 4, come on. That's like comparing the Hunger Games to Battle Royale. One of them is clearly made to have broader appeal in terms of its gore and graphic content. Here are my predictions for the finale of Stranger Things. Obviously,
Who is safe and who is gone in the finale of Stranger Things? In the final episode, there is absolutely going to be at least one person gone from Stranger Things, and I think after the last volume, my thoughts on this have completely changed. So as for the main kids, I think most of them are safe, and honestly also most of the adults, because I don't think they can kill Hopper twice, and since the story goes back with Joyce, I don't see them doing that as well. But I could see some emotional scenes with Murray or somebody like Karen. But one thing we need to remember is they said the cast completely broke into tears when reading for the final episode, which means it's going to be something pretty bad. And for multiple seasons now, we've gotten the line "if you die, I die" with Dustin and Steve multiple times, which at first glance seems way too obvious, but recently the writing of the Duffer Brothers has been fairly predictable, so I think in the final episode there's a good chance both of them actually get killed off. I also think Kali is absolutely gone, and there's a chance Eleven could sacrifice herself to save everyone as well. Let me know who you think's safe and who's not, and send this to a Stranger Things fan. Who is...
I could see the Dustin Steve thing, but I don't think they will die. 11 I could see die. Harry Potter, right? The Harry Potter connections, but I don't think she will die either. I like the Maury one. Murray. I could see Jonathan dying. I'd say maybe Steve actually dying. I could see it.
Y'all, it all ends tomorrow. We've been watching Stranger Things since 2016, and tomorrow will be the final episode. We got the final trailer today, and we have to talk about what we think will happen. First off, let's start with the big elephant in the room. We see Dustin screaming his heart out. I think right here, he's definitely seeing a main character get took out. Personally, with me, I think 11 is a goner. I think Kylie's going to be responsible for it. And I think somehow, some way, she's going to use her powers. Like make an illusion. And it's going to make Elle be forced to be unalive. We see that something is coming out the clouds. I think it's either going to be the Mind Flare or that dragon that we seen Will draw a painting of or paint a painting of. Oh, yeah. And then we see Kylie next to 11 down here with Murray and Hopper. She's making sure she stays right next to 11 because she knows how this is about to play out. She has a plan. We see Jonathan in the group in the upside.
These are Stranger Things finale predictions. Your show's cooked when they don't have the balls to kill off the literal military guys. We saw that dude burn alive and he looked like Johnny Cage. So no one's really gonna die in the Stranger Things finale. I generally, the setting it up like 11's gonna be this big sacrifice at the end, Two things. One, I don't care if she does. She can die for all I care, and I would be like, thank God they killed somebody. The Callie character, they're just gonna make it look like she's gonna die, and then it's gonna be like this, like, oh my God, we're all gonna love her in the end. She was actually just misunderstood.
So she is definitely gonna die.
this guy
There's
actually
no
might be
way
onto
in like this
something.
epilogue,
Kind of
40-minute
is, right?
epilogue they apparently have.
So I obviously don't want to know spoilers about the series finale because I want to watch it without spoilers. But you guys wrote the series finale and sort of talk about the pressure, as my cat comes into frame, talk a little bit about the pressure of making sure that the finale not only has crazy action, but also really important human moments and emotional moments for the cast and these characters that we have come to love over these 10 years.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's exactly it. I mean, that was what we were trying to do with the finale, and I mean, people will definitely let us know whether we were successful or not. But yeah, I mean, I think that is why we're proud of the finale, because I do think
What's going on?